So, hello and welcome back to FTRL Division 1. I am Will, or FTRL Panda, whichever one you know me by, and I am joined by Rom this evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So, rain? This is interesting.
Yeah. It's gonna make the track even more difficult than it already is.
Well, I'm not sure how many people will have done laps in the wet around here. I mean, it is the desert, so I imagine not too many.
Well, you wouldn't expect any rain in the middle of the desert. But
Nope.
yeah, uh, I imagine not a lot of people will have done some laps in the wet. Yeah.
Well, they put the slicks on, so it's obviously dry enough for them, or at least Sam has put the slicks on. Yeah, we've got a couple on the slick, so it's obviously not too wet.
Max as well.
Indeed. So we've got Switchback or Zach is the first man out. Who won last week? Off the top of your head.
It was Ross with only a slight gap of open for seconds, I guess. Yeah, it was just a little difference between Switchback and Ross, just because Ross had a few more penalties than Switchback.
And a podium for Donzo as well. Interesting.
Yeah, it was a good race for us, for quite a few people last week.
So I think you were telling me beforehand that you very much don't like Abu Dhabi, is that right?
Tell me again?
You don't like Abu Dhabi, is that correct?
Well, no, yeah. I think it seemed very obvious after last night. Was just cruising in the back, didn't find my pace. Yeah, such a difficult track because it doesn't really have a good flow in it. Just a lot of corners and a lot of braking. Just after some short straight. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it personally, but then I couldn't race anyway because of my internet, so hopefully it manages to survive the next hour and a half or so.
yeah, I'm quite curious if the race is gonna be wet as well, because that's gonna give some fun. That's gonna give it a fun race. Oh, and Switchback started his lap.
Yes, indeed, we're on board with him. He's on the supers. Let's see what other tyres people are on. We've got, interestingly, Jamie's put the inters on, while everyone
Oh,
else
he does
is on
back.
slicks. Oh, never mind. Yeah,
Oh,
switchback has had a small
nobody's
spin.
following. Jamie is close. Oh, he's on his out lap, so.
Hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Pateman with a hashtag Team Aaron. Wrong division, but good effort. We've got got Sai in there. He's told F1 is drunk. It's rain. I agree with you. Got JSG drives are quicker. Got Pagani saying it's sketchy Zom, bit slippy, and Sai appears to be just having some tea rather than actually racing. So maybe it'll dry up based on that. So out of the clean laps, Sam, I believe, is going to be the first one to set a lap. He's sliding all over the place on the hards though, so
Oh,
it'll be tricky.
what happened with Max?
I'm not too sure.
Did he crash? I don't know. He was right in front of Sam. Something must have happened.
You'll have to see if you can translate that in the chat. I don't understand. From Max there, it might be him explaining what's happened.
Well, basically he's saying, ah, shit.
Fair enough. Yeah, see, Sam has just been sliding all over the place in this. He's on the hards. He's in the wet. I mean, that is not...
It's just getting too wet for the slicks.
Yeah. So Sam, if he can complete this lap, will be the first guy to set a lap on the slicks. He's boxed it, so... Jamie maybe made the right call, going for the inters.
Cat named Minty. This as well.
Yeah,
On his debut race.
1 minute 50, bit off the pace there on the softs, but to be expected. So the interesting thing will be what Jamie's done on the inters as he's coming around. Final sector.
BLT bottled it as well.
So what are these team
Conway.
pairings? Who have we got? I think Blue Flag and Switchback, team admin. It's a pretty good pairing, must be said. Let's see what Jamie's up to. Just going through the final sector. Is he? Yep, he's boxing as well.
Yeah, he went wide into the entrance of the last sector. I guess he invalidated.
BLT, he's had a spin as well. On the
Somebody with
slits.
a 147.
So only 2 people managed to actually get their lap finished without binning it or boxing it. Tricky conditions. I don't think I've seen this in my... How long have I been here now? Like 7 seasons of FTRL. Don't think I've seen a wet Abu Dhabi. So this is a first.
Well, it's the first for me as well.
So we don't have many guys out on track at the minute, so it must be drying. Otherwise people would be out there.
Well, rain seems to have taken off, so it's spitting a small.
Yeah, I don't think you were the only guy on those slicks, Max. Everyone but Jamie was also. Junkie Sport was improved to a 47.6, nearly matches Zombie. We've got AJ as well in the Renault. Has also gone out on softs. I don't know what the strategy is here. Any idea, Ron?
Well, I think the quickest way is the 2-stop, because you're slower in either stints. If you go for the 1-stops, like I don't know if you can pull off soft to hard, but I went for the soft hard mediums last night, but I had to change my strategy due to the wing damage that I had. But yeah, it's soft medium or soft medium.
Interesting. That's a bit more exciting than a 1-stop track. So, let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you go soft medium, you really need to keep those softs good as long as you can. Otherwise, yeah, it's not worth it. You will be struggling too much at the end of the race with the mediums.
Very true. And do we have tyre temperature issues around here on this game?
Well, yeah, the rear tires seem to overheat quite quick. Like after 3 or 4 laps, if you have the wrong setup, they can easily go up very fast.
Yeah, I remember last season's game, we only had about 6 or 7 finishes in Division 1 for the first... Because
that's a low number.
through that long, what is it, right-hander in Sector 1,
yeah.
Everyone just binned it.
Yeah, well, last race, I think it was in performance. That was my crash as well.
Yeah.
Lost it at the right-hander. So, such a tricky turn when, let's say, half of your fuel is gone. It tends to slide a little.
Koi Kart has managed to join us, which is always good to see. He would be on a standard setup though, come the start of the race.
Well, got Sam T on the lap, Jamie as well. Still on the slicks, so it must be drying up.
Yeah, it does seem to have stopped raining. So we've got AJ coming through the final sector. He'll be one of the first to set it on what looks to be a pretty dry track on the soft tyres. See what time he can do. To the line. Invalidated. He'll go again then.
The next one is going to be Sam, I guess. Yep.
Let's go on board with Sam.
Oh no, it's going to be Jamie.
Yeah, he's on the hard tyre.
Yeah, good choice.
It is. It is indeed. The hard tyre around Canada was awful when I had to go on it.
Yeah, it's not a pleasure to drive hard on this track.
Nope. I can imagine it isn't. So I'm just thinking of the various titles people have won in this Division 2. I believe Jamie won F3, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I thought he did. So he won F3. Who else have we got in here? As Jamie pulls out that lap, it's invalidated as Sam goes pole, 37-1. It's quite a bit quicker. I'm trying to think what other titles people have got. I think it's probably just that.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, I don't think Sai's got a title on. I don't think Zach does. I think he was close last year, last season, but not quite. So just Jamie really with the title winning experience. You'd expect him to be up there somewhere.
Yeah, he had a good race last week as well, but unfortunately he had some issues and then lost a couple of positions.
Yeah. Got AJ, he's put in a 39-4. Just Mike. Good luck. And the zombie slots in behind him. Who else should we got on board with? Got on board with Lee. I think he's just gone off the track there actually. But yeah, he's always been in that banana.
Yeah.
Every season.
I joined 2 seasons ago, I guess, yeah. I've always known him in the banana.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves the banana.
But it's quite a fun car to drive with. I like the Renault as well.
See, yeah. Blue flag has got his ERS turned up, so I'm guessing he's on a lap. That's Donzo puts it in to 3rd place, so that's all pretty tight so far. From sort of Sam upwards, only maybe 5, 6
Ross
tenths.
is also finishing his lap. Here's what he's gonna do. Might be in for a good one.
Pole.
Yeah, he's going pole.
36.3 on the mediums as well, so it's a very good time. I imagine the track will keep getting quicker as it continues to dry out.
Only have a second between him and Mikey. Really good lap from Mikey. He improved a lot.
Blue flag into 4th place. Still haven't seen a time set from Switchback, Catname Minty, BLT, TRS or Unsafe Release. They'll need to make sure they don't invalidate this next attempt. Otherwise they could be in trouble, as Catname Minty does actually put a time in there, 9th. I don't really know what to call him. Or her, maybe Minty?
Yeah, let's say Minty.
We'll go with Minty. I feel like saying Catname Minty every time. It's good.
Yeah, well, we only have a cat, so let's name him Minty.
We've already got 2 cats.
It's quite a funny name as well, Minty. So
we'll go with Minty. I think that's fine.
Come, Minty, come.
Oh god. Let's try to think. Have we got any improvements then? Maybe Junkie Sport. I think he's put in a 37-1. Zom, not a great lap, 141.2. He'll be looking to improve.
He is about to finish his first lap.
Let's see where he puts himself. To the line. PLC 12 TRS has actually taken pole.
Whoa.
By
had a very good race as well.
A few tenths of a second there. Or hundredths.
Yeah, I just think that Zach is waiting till the very last moment so he can have the best track conditions.
Yeah. Yeah, Minty's a great name. I'm gonna go with that. Minty.
Minty.
It's a nice cat name. Just waiting for everyone to get back out and set their final flying lap. The Zombie and Donzo look to be the first ones out with unsafe release and BLT possibly. I think they're probably going to be the first people to set their flying laps. Unless BLT just set one, which he might have done.
Ah, yeah, he is only in that. His ERS is 0, so.
Yeah, not brilliantly timed there from BLT, which is also one of my favourite names in FTRL. Along with Big Pizzas, that's a great name.
Big Pizzas.
I'm a big fan of that one.
Oh, Zach is coming out.
Yeah, he's waited right to the last second here.
Yeah.
He will only get one shot at it, he won't be able to go again.
Oh, for him that he doesn't invalidate his lap then.
Here's unsafe release.
Right, that.
Starting his one and only attempt. Actually, no, he will get another one in if he does it directly after this lap, but probably run out of the ERS and things.
Yeah, but ERS is it's going so quickly down. It's like if you go after the first lap, I think I only had like 52%. And didn't even go fully in hard lap, only in mode 3, I guess.
Yeah.
So it just rains and rains out. Then if you're not careful.
I've never been good at managing my ERS. I tend to just use it all up in the first 10 laps and then never have more than about 10%.
Then have to recover 10 laps.
I just tend to stay on about 8% ERS for the rest of the race, which isn't particularly well.
I would be panicking then.
Unsafe release then. Fairly clean first and second sector coming through this tricky twisty corners. He's going to have to ease off there not to go too far out wide. But he didn't, so it should be a valid lap. He can hook this final sector up. You have to brake surprisingly early for that corner, considering...
Yeah, it's a tricky corner. Like,
it is.
The first laps when you're fully fuel, it's easy to get.
So he has got blue flag in front of him. Could have been an invalidation there. It was close to the edge.
Seems like a good time. 135. Oh, he puts it on pole.
It's a fantastic lap. Let's go on board with... Who else came out fairly close? So some have made it to the line there. TRS, Junkie Sport, BLT and AJ have not made it to the line. Go on board with Ross. Lee gets out of the way, he must have been validated already. Zombie doesn't improve.
Zach is just going into the tricky section. Oh no. So, entering sector 2 now.
Mike is has he improved there? I don't think he's finished yet actually. I think Donzo improved to third. That was the movement. It's good laps there for the McLaren. Medium time from Jamie on the medium tyre, 36.0. That's not bad at all. Yeah, there are a tricky few corners on this track. There's sort of left, right, left in the second sector, and a lot of the final sectors, to be honest, is quite tricky to hook up. Got a yellow flag from somewhere.
Zach is finishing up his lap. And puts it in second. Oh!
That was
only
close.
One open. Oh, 3.
Here comes Ross. He's pulled out as Sam puts it into third place. Blue flag puts it into 8th. Minty is in a wall, so yeah, he won't be improving.
Yeah.
And unsafe release already set his lap, so that will be the grid.
Last one is on.
And unsafe release just take the bonus points for pole, with Switchback in second and Sam in third. Lovely stuff. So a session to forget there for Max, Zom, AJ and BLT, all towards the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
I think Lee would have maybe wanted something a bit more. Good laps though from obviously the top 3. Jamie on the mediums, TRS, Donzo and Ross, they all did pretty well.
Back in the top 10.
Yeah, he's found a resurgence.
Yeah. I'm also surprised by Ross. He didn't jump higher up in the rank.
He's on the mediums though, so I think he must invalidated his final lap because he had to pull over. Or he wanted to.
We're waiting on Zom.
I think he wanted to stay on the mediums actually, because he slowed up before he finished his lap on the softs. So.
Yeah. That might be a good guess. So, what do you reckon? Podium predictions.
I'm going to go with. I think Switchback is finally going to win. He keeps complaining that he keeps bottling it. I have faith. I believe Jamie on the mediums will come second, and I think Unsafe Release will come third. What about you? Oh, Minty the Cat. He's got a 5-place grid penalty.
Oh no! He's gonna be so bummed on his debut. Oh no. No, I think Switchback as well for the win. I think Jamie has a good shot as well, actually, for the win with his reverse strategy. And I'm gonna say Unsafe Release on second and Ross on third.
Very good. Yeah, just been pointed out, it does say Division 1. Brilliant. I've done well. I'll have to change that later. Although to all these drivers now, you are technically in a Division 1 stream. So, enjoy, I suppose. You can pretend you're in Division 1 for a bit. No, I always mess up the stream title at least once a season. I wouldn't worry.
Well, yeah. Mistakes are there to be made.
Indeed. There we go then. We've got Unsafe Release on pole. I'm not sure if he's had a pole position before, but I imagine he's pretty happy with that one. Switchback in second. He's always second. Switchback. He never wins. He keeps telling me that I think it's upsetting him, to be perfectly honest.
He's just too good at being second, I guess.
Yeah, you can win a title by coming second, it's fine. Sam is in third. That's pretty good qualifying from him. I'm sure him and Switchback should have a pretty decent battle. Let's get the tyres up. Jamie in fourth is the highest guy on the mediums. If he can maintain fourth, he'll be doing pretty well in this race. TRS in fifth in the McLaren. Both McLaren boys actually in fifth and sixth, both on a soft tyre. Good qualifying from Donzo. And a good qualifying from TRS. Can Donzo repeat his excellent third place last time out? Ross, also on the mediums, in seventh in that lovely Ferrari car. He'll be looking to just follow Jamie around, I imagine, both on the mediums. Blue Flag in eighth in the Mercedes. He tends to race better than he qualifies, so there's hope yet. Got Mike in ninth place on the softs. Him and Blue Flag hopefully can make up some places with Zombie in 10th. Got Lee Cole starting outside the top 10, so he's going to have those free tyres on the soft compound as well. Junkie Sport in 12th. Not a bad effort, out qualifies a fair few cars. Starting on the medium, so he's going to look to go longer than the likes of Lee ahead of him. BLT in that Haas. So he did mess up his timings a little bit. He qualified earlier rather than at the last second, so he would have missed out on a bit of speed. AJ interestingly going for the softs like his banana teammate. Hopefully they don't get caught up in the pits. Got Zom on the medium tyre as well as Max there. After he... Oh, Zom's... Is that Zom?
Yeah.
No, it's Junkie Sport, I think. I think it's Junkie Sport. Had a bit of a moment. Yeah, so Max, after having a bit of a qualifying to forget, it's fair to say, is probably quite surprised he's not starting last. Got Minty the Cat in 17th. With those grid penalties, he did actually qualify 12th, but never mind. And Goikart bringing up the rear on those medium tyres. He will have a standard setup, so see what he can do.
Oh, what's taking off?
It's 5 red lights then, with some sort of weird laggy start, but that's the way we go anyway. Looks like Switchback didn't get the best of starts until Freddie is clear of the front. We've got Sam T. He's been sandwiched. He's okay. He's not ready to make any contact.
Going wide. Oh
God, that's wide from Sam.
Gonna be dangerous.
That has distracted TRS.
TRS, yeah. It's gonna be happy. Oh
God, it's carnage. It's absolute carnage.
Oh, BLT and
Blue flag.
And Lee.
Blue flag found a Zom. Both of them crashed into each other and went spinning. So both of them are out. Lee's out as well. Don't know what happened to him. It's always him. It's always Lee somehow.
Well, it's gonna be some interesting reports.
And Minty the Cat as well. Not had a great start.
He had the same little spin-off like wasn't again DRS.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the positions gained after the first lap. We've got AJ and Max up 5 and 6 places. Goikart up 6 places. TRS, the big loser, down 8. Sam T, I'll just call him Sam, has lost out to Jamie. But apart from that, most of them are fairly sort of similar.
I'd say released already managed to get this 1.2 second gap.
Yeah, he's gone really, as Switchback is being pressured by Jamie. But Jamie has gone a bit wide. I'll lose him a bit of time. That was a bit of carnage.
Yeah, like all of a sudden I was checking out on TRS and all of a sudden 3 other cars on the side of the road.
It's TRS just coming to the pits, so he's pretty much... He's going to be a long way off the back of the train now. That's not gone well at all.
And the hards aren't going to help as well, so...
Yeah, because the battle between the mighty Goikart, Junkie Sport and Max. They're all stuck behind AJ, who's stuck behind Zombie. I don't know if Zombie's got wing damage maybe. Yep, he's missing a left end plate. So they might be stuck there for quite some time. Donzo putting the pressure on Sam as well. He's definitely found some pace this year.
Yeah.
And Goikart getting very close.
Yeah, I think he's extra motivated now after his last race.
There goes Donzo around the outside of Sam. No DRS to help him. So he's still behind him.
Mr. Hell.
Ross closing up as well. Oh, hang on. Sam's round.
What was the...
Don't really know what happened
the
there.
camera was at the wrong angle, so...
Yeah. I don't know if Donzo tapped him or if he just lost him.
He's round again.
Goy.
In contact with Goy.
Oh, God. More carnage. How's Goy doing? Has he got all his wing or has he lost some? Yeah, he's lost some as well. That's not gone well from Sam at all. He's going to help the likes of Donzo and Jamie out there without him to battle. So we've had BLT, Zom, Blue Flag and Lee all retire. We've had TRS and Sam both needing wing changes. So that leaves 12 that managed to get around the first lap. Zombie and Goikart do actually still have wing damage. So only 10 cars managed to get around the first couple laps without hitting each other.
Yeah.
Not great. As TRS is probably feeling quite surprised to have overtaken someone, considering he was...
I'll be happy after that qualifying.
No. So we've got a 3-car train here between Zombie, AJ and Max.
We're still pushing Donzo as well. Who really wants to get over past him.
Yep, we had a look. Not quite enough in it though. we said, a lot of this track does seem to have been laced with oil, so it is quite easy to slip around. Like a big squid. Yeah, he's getting very close to Ross now. I think Donzo's maybe struggling a bit on the softs. Don't know if he's overheated them or something.
Yeah, well, he will start to feel his tires going off, so you start to feel it.
A lot of wiggling from Mike in the background as well. It has always been a tricky track with tyre temps, this one, especially if you're on the softs. Junkie Sport has closed in on this battle between AJ, Max and Zombie.
Let's switch back, go back in the arrest range from...
Yeah, he's being chased down by Jamie though.
Yeah.
In fact, he's being pushed around by Jamie almost. I guess to refrain myself and just shouting in the lipstream.
Okay.
Looks like Jamie's going to make a move. Yeah, easy enough. And Max has got the move done on AJ.
Ross passed Donzo as well.
Yep, DRS kicked in, so everyone managed to overtake each other. And Minty the Cat has overtaken Go-Kart. Which, I mean, Minty the Cat might be my new favourite nickname.
Oh, TRS went off again.
Yeah.
Oh, he lost an plate again.
I'll be surprised if he continues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's gonna retire, I guess. Just to the corner.
What else we got? Junkie Sport got very close to this train now. And Max is now wanting to overtake Zombie. So he's made some decent progress since starting this race as Max.
Yeah. Yeah, he had quite some drinks before the race, so very surprised that he's still managing to hold on.
Well, he's only done 4 laps so far, so there's a long way to go. And he's now being joined by Minty the Cat as well, so this train is getting longer and longer by the minute. Zombie without wing damage is holding absolutely everyone up. He's not going to be fussed though, he'll just need to get this medium stint long enough to keep the 2-stop working without using the hards, I imagine. And switch back. Has he bottled it again?
Nah,
Yes, he has.
Yeah, he has.
Hopefully there wasn't any contact there involving switchback.
But yes, almost no wing left.
Oh.
Left a bit.
Oh dear. Right, he's going to release Jamie though.
Yeah.
And he's no longer being chased by a switchback. As Sam sets the fastest lap of the race. And the switchback is now in 12th and will need to stop to change his wing. At least he's on the soft, so it's not ruining his strategy too much.
And he's on. Yeah, he'll go for the medium now.
Here goes Minty the Cat. Oh. Looks like AJ lost a bit of wing on... I don't know what's... No, I don't understand.
Max had something going on as well.
Yeah, I think those drinks that you were mentioning is... He's still got his wing there. Yeah, I think Junkie Sport has lost a bit of his wing. AJ has as well. Minty does still have his wing, so that's something. Junkie Sport's lagging around a bit there. He's being pushed around now by Minty, who I've definitely sort of taken a bit of an attraction to, let's be honest. It's just a fantastic name. And there's Goikart in a battle with AJ. AJ pulls into the pits, so Goikart takes that position. So there's more damage there. AJ, Max and Switchback all pitting for wing changes. That means that with Zombies damage as well, and maybe Jockey Sports, I didn't quite see. And there's really not too many people that haven't had to pit for wing damage or just got deleted at the start of this race.
There was no midway.
Nope.
Well, except for Switchback then.
Yeah, he's still got his wing, so basically the top 9, I think Goikart, no, Goikart's losing it.
Yeah.
So the top 8 are the only cars that haven't had wing damage, apart from Zombie, who also has wing damage. Is Minty going to be able to get this move done? They both got DRS, so they won't get that much extra speed. And
Jamie got best unsafe release in the meantime.
Yeah, it looks like those mediums are now faster. Interesting.
Yeah, unsafe release will be pitting.
That's not a place to overtake from Minty.
Which sector?
Yeah. He tried to go around the outside, coming down the hill towards the tight right-hander. So that would be ambitious.
Very brave move.
Very brave. Got a pit stop for Mike. I think he's the first one. Yeah, Zombies. Yeah, so Zombie has managed to give himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Ross is really closing that gap. He went from 4.56 to that.
Indeed, he did. So, how much time is Jamie now going to be able to extend to unsafe release? Now he's on those better tyres.
If I were unsafe release, I would pit now.
Yeah, it looks like now's the time. So then, after the first few stops, Mike appears to have got a decent gap to Minty. Zombie has presumably changed his wing now. Yep. And Sam following on behind him on those fairly worn softs, and Switchback following on behind on the mediums. So at least he's back on the same strategy now as everyone else. The 2-stop.
What's unsafe going to do?
Hopefully pit.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes in. Wise decision.
It's one of the most cautious entries to a pit lane I've ever seen.
It's so dangerous, man. If you just go too fast, yeah. And all of a sudden, you see the wall appearing.
Switchback's trying to find a way past Sam.
Donzo pitted as well.
Yeah, where will Donzo come out? It's not going well for Switchback. It's a time penalty to add to his misery. It's very odd pit lane as Donzo, oh god, somehow went slowly through the pit lane but also nearly hit the wall. Didn't though, importantly, and he's going to come out just ahead of Minty the Cat. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Switchback still following Sam. TRS, but it's got another time penalty. I think Sam's just lost it. Yeah, he had a little wiggle, but overtaken by Switchback.
Not having the greatest race at all.
Another wiggle there as well. He's now overheated the softs. They've done 5 laps, so they won't be happy.
Well, there's no
Oh.
recording bells, so...
Yeah, everyone's managed to get a small gap. Looks like unsafe release is going to be... Oh, Goy. Very wide. Yeah, looks like that's going to be the next one. Unsafe release getting past Goy. Goy just pulls to the side, I think.
He's getting a penalty. Warnings.
Yeah, he's not doing too badly at the minute, Goy. As long as he can keep his car out the wall for the next... God, maths. 19 laps.
Yeah.
Would be okay. Minty's looking to get onto the back of Donzo. So in terms of for the lead, it's between Jamie and Unsafe as... Actually no, Ross is not too far behind. Only 2.7 seconds on the same strategy. Not too bad at all.
Unsafe release has nice gap now between him and Junkie Sport, so we'll be able to push now. Maybe you can come keep it in front of Jamie and Ross after break it.
Looks like Minty's gaining on Donzo, slowly but surely. And Ross is bringing that gap down to Jamie by the odd 10th or 2 a lap. As Mike picks up a time penalty. It is a track fairly easy to get time penalties out. These chicanes don't help. Don't even know if it is a chicane actually. It's got a yellow flag. Like TRS maybe? Yep, TRS is round again. I think he's got completely the wrong setup here. It's very slidey indeed, as AJ and Sam and Max battle out for the last points. Yeah, and we've got Ross and Jamie both into the pits. So we'll have to see where unsafe release comes out.
Well, I think he has wide again.
Oh, switchback's gone. And we've got a virtual safety car. That will have benefited... I don't know if Ross... It's going to benefit Goy. Actually, Goy's going to get a slightly better stop, as everyone else will be going a little bit slowly. AJ managed to get a drive-through penalty before the VSC is even finished. That is impressive. So Goy will have got a bit of time there, made up in the pit stops.
Yeah, and unsafely he's just got in front of Jamie and Ross. 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, it's a tricky one to time this, getting your virtual safety car right, trying to make sure you're accelerating as it ends, but not so much that you'll lose time through a penalty. Looks like Jamie's done that very well. He's all over the back of unsafe release now. So in terms of the stints, Jamie has this stint on the mediums and then a stint on the softs, whereas unsafe release will have to do the next 2 stints on the mediums. So if Jamie can keep up in this stint, he should then be quicker in the last stint. If my F1 statistical...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Jamie and Ross is in a good position now.
Yeah. I've managed to work it out. Well done, me.
Bravo.
Woo! Done very well. It'll be now interesting to see between these 3 if Ross can keep in touch who will end up on top. Both of them, I think, at similar pace. Ross, Jamie, and unsafe. Mike's not too far behind. Ooh, Jamie's gone for it before they've even got out with the hairpin. He's going to cruise past.
Yeah, far better lift off.
So that promotes Jamie into the next race lead because Junkie Sport is just pit stop behind. So it's looking good for them. We've got 4 cars very close together as Jamie goes around the outside of Junkie Sport. Unsafe will be itching to get past him.
Yeah. Junkie Sport doesn't have to do it in his position. No.
That's close. That's very close. Yes.
It's quite a great move now from Jamie because unsafe release and Ross are just
stuck behind. Is that is Mike in the background? He had a little spin coming out of that corner. But he's okay. But yeah, Jamie's put nearly 2 seconds between him and unsafe through Junkie Sport.
Yeah, they just were stuck behind Junkie Sport and there wasn't really much they could do.
Around the outside, so it goes. Junkie Sports made that possibly more tricky than he needed to, but he didn't need to actually give the place up because they are racing for position.
Jamie's gonna be happy with this, so now Ross and unsafe release will have to work together to get back to Jamie.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky as well. Jamie on the fresher tyres and with a soft stint at the end. It's going to be tricky for them two to catch up. Ross makes a move on Junkie Sport down the straight. Can Mike follow?
Yep. It's fast.
Junkie Sport breaks late.
Yeah.
The outside.
Oh, a little contact.
Yeah, not much room left there by Mike, but Junkie Sport probably could have not fought that quite as hard considering he's a pit stop down. Just one of those things that happens, unfortunately. I could see it happening, but no one could do anything about it. As Cat's pointed out, go cat named Minty. We do now have too many cats in the division. We need a dog or two.
Yeah. Where are the dogs? We just need some good dogs to scare them away.
We do. As Minty the cat is now close to Donzo. He's finally caught up after slowly catching him for the last 4 laps or so. It's a good race so far from Donzo, though. He's been consistent. Once Junkie Sport pits, he'll be in 5th place. Yeah, not quite close enough coming out of that corner to make a move into the final one. So we've had races to forget for Sam, TRS, Max, AJ, and obviously everyone that has DNF'd. Very disappointing. And Ross is actually catching. Gonna go around the outside. That's pretty simple there. Going down the not quite straight stroke.
Yeah.
Can't quite catch him. So Don's going to keep that position. Unsafe release. Having been overtaken by Ross. So there's 2.2 seconds.
Ross got a penalties.
Yeah.
That's going to help him. I don't think Jamie and oh yeah, Jamie got a penalty as well. I don't think unsafe release got a penalty already.
Oh, I'm not sure. I can't remember, to be perfectly honest.
I don't think so.
Interesting. So unsafe release is 3.4 seconds off the lead, with potentially a 3-second penalty in hand. That's Minty.
Struggling, keeping
Oh, Donzo's round.
Oh no.
Oof.
Well, talking about unsafe release, he just got a penalty, so.
Minty, I think, just managed to avoid Donzo then.
Did he get any wing damage? No.
No, he just avoided him. But I think Donzo also managed to avoid a wall.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any damage, so.
That's okay then. So that moves Minty the cat into 6th place, with 5th place once Junkie Sport is pitted.
Yeah.
Not doing too
Great
bad
drive so far from Minty for his debut race.
It certainly is. As Max comes into the pits for feels like the 19th time. I think it's only his 2nd though. Or maybe 3rd. Sticks on a set of mediums, 14 laps. He can go to the end from them. As Junkie Sport's already done 13. As Minty overtakes him into 5th place. Nicely done.
Yeah, and Junkie Sport will probably go to the pits after this lap. His tires are going to be screaming for help.
Did you fall off your chair? It sounded like you did. It sounded like you fell off your chair.
Ah no, I'm sitting in my couch, so.
I'd be impressed if you could fall out of that. Yeah, everyone's got a bit of a gap now. Ross isn't really catching Jamie, it's still 2.3. Had unsafe 2.2, so he's not catching Ross either. So we need something to shake that up, really.
Yeah.
As everyone's a bit too far apart. Yellow flag.
Oh. Oh,
Oh,
Minty's gone round.
Minty the cat. He's going to be devastated.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jokey Sport, I think, has somehow managed to go round as well.
Oh, he did go for another lap on his medium. So
Yeah, I think that's probably why he's gone round.
yeah. So when your tires are gone, you just tend to slide a lot on this track without even feeling it coming. So it's very easy to be caught by your rear end. Huh.
Yeah, Lee's mentioned there, Junkie Spun avoiding the span Minty the cat. It's unfortunate. That's Max closing in on AJ. Having pitted again. Yeah, so far, not a great qualifying for Max. And not a great race for Max either, but there we go. He
Well,
could still
given
get
the
himself to the box.
circumstances, I think he's managing quite well. So
I mean, he hasn't taken anyone else out.
no,
So
I'm quite surprised, really. He said he drank like a beer with 11 degrees with alcohol, so it's quite a tough beer.
Yeah, so if anyone's wondering, we think we have a drunk driver on the track in a minute. That's Max and
Not
Zombie.
the best campaign.
9 laps on the soft. We'll get to the end on those videos. He's doing a stop go, so well done to you. Ross is catching Jamie actually, 1.3 seconds now the gap. So that'll be over here.
Safe release.
He's dropping off a bit.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to have the pace like Ross and Jamie have.
Yeah, Ross did race in Division 1 last season. So he does have some pace about him. He said Jamie, a previous title winner. So they are up against some pretty good opposition. It's unsafe. What else we got here? But yeah, everyone's 1.5 seconds or more apart, which is not fantastic. As Ross gets himself onto the curb a little bit there. Very tricky section. Goikarp is still on for some points here.
Yeah.
He said, I think TRS is given up, which I'm not entirely surprised. It was a pretty tough race. But Goikarp is catching Junkie Sport, because Junkie Sport is, for whatever reason, still on those mediums. I imagine he's probably trying to take him to the softs, but that's
TRS
quite
almost
nice.
went into the back of AJ. Oh,
Yeah.
Goy and Chunky. No. Who is it?
Has Junkie Sport finally pits, does he? Yeah, he does. He finally pits off those mediums.
15 laps, wow.
Yeah, that is quite an effort.
Oh, Max got another 3-second penalty.
So he's now going to try and take those softs 11 laps. I mean, that's an ask. People tend to be after 6.
Quite tricky, I guess.
I suppose if he ran mediums, he didn't really have a choice. He had to put the softs or the hards on. Looks like Ross 1.3, 1.4, 1.6. Yeah, he's not really catching. Sort of going up and down between 1.3 and 2 seconds. Looks like through this final sector, Jamie is more consistent. We'll go on board with our race leader for a bit. There's not too much else going on.
So just to go through it.
Yeah, I think he's a bit of an underrated driver, is Jamie, actually. People don't tend to put him in sort of the...
Just might got a 5-second penalty.
Yeah. People don't tend to put him in the same category in terms of like really, really quick drivers, but he's always consistent on the track.
Yeah, And it's very from the driver as well.
So he has won a title, so he certainly. I think Ross, if he can hook a lap together or hook a few laps together, I think he is slightly quicker, but he can't do it consistently at the minute. As Minty the Cat finds himself in 5th place.
He seems to be quicker than Jamie at the beginning of the stint. He got fresh tires, so maybe he'll have to try the undercut.
Indeed. Well, Mike has pitted now that he won't be stopping anymore, so he's gone for an early stop into his final set of tyres. Could work out for him actually if everyone else stays out a few more laps, but he will be on the mediums compared to the softs of the others.
Having a 6-second gap.
Yeah, he will bring Donzo in, but Donzo will then be on the soft, so it will be quite difficult for him to stay. Although I suppose there's going to be a decent gap, isn't there, between Donzo and Mike once Donzo's pitted. It'll be a decent gap indeed. So Ross then managed to bring that gap down to 1.1 seconds, and Safe still slowly dropping off, not quite on the pace of Ross and Jamie today. It's Ross, the current championship leader, looking to make it 2 from 2.
Yeah, I would switch back. I think DNF tonight. Shortening the gap.
As Sam and Minty come into the pits for their final stop, that promotes Goy to 6th and Zombie to 8th and 7th now. However, obviously the Goy will need to stop again unless he can make those tyres last 18 laps, which would be quite a tricky feat. As it looks like Minty is going to be on for some points on his debut, as long as he can keep it out the ball. And Max, unfortunately, isn't, as Sam's got out ahead of him.
He's going to have to drive 15 laps, so it's going to be quite tricky at the end of race 1. Actually surprised that TRS is still going. Got left.
Yeah, he's got back in his car again, so fair play to him. As once again Ross has dropped off a little bit. He can't seem to keep it consistent enough to actually get within striking distance of Jamie. So we got here. So Mike's gained 5 seconds on Donzo since he's pitted for those. Yeah, Donzo should probably come in for the softs, I think. And Goy pits.
Yeah, 7-8 is ideal for the soft side. Would be smart going there.
Yep, certainly would. As Minty promotes himself into 7th place, Goy drops down. Looks like he will still get some point. Get a point or two. Jockey Sport as well, looking likely for some points. As Mike continues to gain on Donzo, and Ross continues to be about 1.5 seconds behind. Yeah, looks like Sam's going to be very, very close to Goy. Sam probably recognises the quicker driver, but Goy is on the softs. So we'll see if Sam can get past him. Yeah, those softs are giving Goy a good exit out of that hairpin actually.
And if he's able to stay close to Sam, he might get in my position because Sam has quite a lot of penalties, I guess. And I saw, I think, 3 penalties already. So, not sure how many Goy has, of course. So
Ross pits, so he's going to get an undercut on Jamie here. This could be enough to promote him into the lead if he gets a good outlap. As Sam
good.
does get past Goy. Donzo pits.
Mike is fast.
So Mike's on for a good result actually. He's in 4th place at the minute. Zombie, after his initial wing damage, is actually having a decent drive, up in 5th. Minty the Cat comes out just ahead of Donzo. So they're going to battle out for the last 7 laps, but Donzo on the soft should be okay to get past him. TRS is fast of the race.
3 seconds on the onside release, so. That's now 20 seconds between Ross and Jamie.
TRS is gone. Goy's not letting Sam get away here. Goy goes to the inside. Goy can't overtake. There it is. Cultured. That's what I describe that. Cultured overtake. As Jamie comes to the pit, so we'll see now if Ross has managed to jump him.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Coming around the final corner. Jamie.
I think he has him.
It's going to be very tight.
He's ahead.
Just
Just ahead.
half a second.
This is gonna be 6 laps battle.
As Mike's managed to get himself onto the podium, he will have a very fast approaching unsafe release behind him though. Go can't because of the time penalty. Yeah, Max is not going to get any points, unfortunately for him. Unless he gets a retirement out of someone.
Well, maybe Chunky Sport. It's gonna be dangerous for him on those steps. Yes. An opportunity.
That is true. Jamie's passed Ross. That was quick. Yeah, very quick indeed. Donzo's gonna looks like he's gonna catch Minty. So Minty's gonna have to try and hold him off. Looks like Unsafe will catch Mike as well.
Boy, and Sam still going.
And he's already got a DRS gap over Ross actually. Already got 1.1 seconds.
As Ross gets on the fast there.
Unsafe right behind Mike now. Is he going to go around the outside? If you can pull this off, it's a great move. That is a great move. Around the outside of the first corner.
Oop. Might be out a little wiggle.
Yeah, Donzo could get himself up to 5th here if he can overtake Minty and Zombie on those softs he's got. So it could be another good drive from Donzo.
Yeah,
However,
a lot of action at the end of the race.
There is. We had a bit of a slow middle, but getting a bit of action now.
Oh.
Yeah, Minty's had a wobble. Donzo's through. So that means Donzo can now chase after Zombie, try and get that 5th place. And Unsafe is past Mike, so that means that... Oh, we saw him do it around turn 1, so that means that the podium currently is Jamie Ross and Unsafe. Let's see how everyone's doing.
Just on the edge between DRS and non-DRS. Jamie, if he continues to drive at this pace, he will be able to go off room.
Yeah, he certainly does.
I'm not gonna jinx it.
Does have the lap pressure tyres as well, so it's Jamie's race to lose at this point.
Also pushing zombie.
Yeah, it looks like Donzo's got the pace to get past Zombie. You'll need to do it soon though, as softs are going to start losing a bit of their bite. As maybe they already are, as Minty's close right up again. Yeah, Donzo's probably one of the biggest improvements I've seen. Yellow flag there. Not tricky spot on those soft, is it? No. AJ, not sure. But yeah, Donzo's probably one of the. Is he actually going to go down the inside? He goes into 5th place. Although Zombie's tried it around the outside. He's going to run out of room there. Yep. It's always going to happen through the middle of that corner, as that poor exit might give Minty a chance. Coming down the back straight. See, goes to the inside. Both have DRS. It's brake late. Oof. Just about keeps his nose out of damage. And Donzo into 5th. Very good.
No, Minty pushing the zombie. No, nothing uses.
Yeah, Minty might be sniffing an extra place here. He does have 3 lap pressure tyres than Zombie ahead of him. And Ross still 1.3 seconds behind Jamie, so that gap is not coming down. Oh, never mind, 1.2. We've got some slipstream down that back straight, but overall, Jamie's doing a pretty good job of keeping him out of DRS. And Max has picked up a time penalty. That's probably taking his chances away from getting going on penalties. So it's probably the race over him. Actually, Jamie might have had a wobble because Ross is now within DRS. Could see a battle for the lead in the last few laps of the race.
Yeah, but James seems very consistent in his years.
Yeah, he certainly is. And he's going to need to get you keep as close as he can so he can use that DRS down the back straight. Or is it the main straight? I think it might be the main straight. He just goes wide again. Doesn't seem to be getting much downforce over there, but there we go. See what he can do. It's all about the exit for Ross here. Looked pretty decent, but Jamie got an equally good one. Maybe even slightly better. He's going to close up. Has he put himself into overtake mode? Nope. He's in 0 for reasons I don't understand. Closes up under braking. Yeah, Jamie's just not making a mistake at the minute. Apart from the one early that I didn't see. Yeah, it's if Ross can stick with dirty air through the side. So that's another time penalty. That might have just finished it for him.
Yeah. That's oh, Junkie Sport went off.
It looks like.
He lost both his inputs.
Ooh.
Seems like Max might be getting his first point.
He's still 11 seconds behind, so he's going to need a bit of luck. Zombie and Minty going at it. Minty on the outside, Zombie on the inside. Ooh, side by side through there, that's always tight. Minty gets out ahead. So that's now 6th place. So far, he's had a good race. He's gone up 11 positions. Not bad at all. And Ross is actually gaining. Let's see about his exit this time.
Ross gets his exit right.
So no, definitely not a bad one. Jamie got the slightly better exit, but Ross is going to close up with DRS. If he's in 1 and 0 again.
No, I think he's gonna wait for the next straight.
Yeah, I think Lee's right, as you just said. He's going to wait for the last lap so Jamie can't get him back in the following one. Yeah, it's one of those tracks like Bahrain where you don't really want to be ahead on the final lap because it's fairly straightforward for someone to overtake you.
Yeah, especially when the guy is at the same pace or maybe a little quicker than him.
Jamie's going to have to put the hammer down through this final sector. Try and give himself a bit of breathing room.
Back again. Is that Sam? Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, I think him and Goy Carp are getting a bit personal. Yeah, Ross is still close enough, so this might be a very, very interesting last lap here between Jamie and Ross.
What would it be? He managed to give us a good shot of the guys from Division 2. Last week there was also a hit down just through the last minutes.
Jamie got the better exit. Up into overtake he goes this time. He's gaining, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Oh, just makes contact. That's going to not give him a great run for me.
Close. Oh, was just a little late with his DRS as well.
Yeah, so providing no mishaps, that is Jamie. But the Goy Carp has actually managed to overtake Drunky Sport and is into 8th place. Fantastic to see. Oh god, Sam had one of the biggest tank stoppers I've ever seen. So we're going to watch Jamie come through the final sector. He's got to keep Ross behind. Ross behind breaks very late. And that is going to hand the race victory to Jamie.
Great job to Jamie. Very nice.
Yeah, he's driven very well. Just consistency the key, as it so often is. Oh, he's crossed the line. Oh, Sam has bottled it. So that means Max. Max is going to take home a point for his trouble.
Oh,
unsafe
what a
release.
Surprise.
Coming home in 3rd. Ross took home 2nd. Mike. Yeah, good race from Mike. Not bad at all. Got Donzo. Another solid drive from him. Looks like he's going to come round and take home 5th place. There he is.
Minty on his debut. It's very great. Very happy.
Zombie in 7th. So that is a good race actually from Minty. He was very, very far down at the start of this race, but he's brought it back. Going with the big points. As Peterman's pointed out, coming home in 8th place. Very good to see. Goy continued to score many, many points, as I'm sure it will do throughout the rest of this season. As he comes home. And Junkie Sport. That's 12 laps he's done on those softs, and he's made it. And here's Max.
He's gonna be so happy right now.
He's done it. He's nicked a point.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him.
AJ's lagging all over the place.
He managed to do it while being drag as well. Oh, terrific.
So Jamie takes the win, with last week's winner Ross coming home in 2nd. And unsafe release what I'm sure will be a very happy third place.
Max asking for an interview on the chat.
I think we'll just get the top 3 in for today.
Oh yeah, it seems nobody.
And
Guys in the chat, let me know who we vote as driver of the day.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he really did. It's a very, very good race from Jamie. Just waiting on the top 3 to get into the party, so we can get the interviews on the way.
Get in, I can't believe I did that.
Nice. Just waiting on Ross. There he is. So make sure everyone has their party settings on allow voice to be shared, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I know they are. They usually are.
Good, good. So Jamie, that's your first win of this season. How did that go for you? Looked a bit tense towards the end.
It's a great race. On one of my worst tracks, I gotta admit, I absolutely hate this track on the game. You know, tyre wear and all that. I never usually finish the race around here. So to get the win today was absolutely fantastic, as well as only getting 1 warning all race. For a track where I usually get maybe 3 or 4 penalties on most days. So I'm glad. I can't believe it. I can't explain it.
Well, no, it was a good drive, must be said. So you started on the mediums, didn't you? With everyone else on the softs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously that must have been on purpose. Were you thinking that might help going into this race, starting on the mediums?
Yeah, I was surprised to see how many people actually started on the softs, to be honest. I know it was going to be 2-stop strategy the other way, but to start on the softs, you would have thought that the mediums would have been superior, because those softs usually tend to go off around about lap 3 or 4 due to the overheating of the tyres around here. Maybe lose it through that one corner in sector 1, which multiple drivers have done today. But yeah, got to give it to Unsafe Release. Nearly extended it out as long as those mediums did in that first stint. So yeah, basically, I think what really did it for me in the end, though, was pitting 1 lap later than what Ross did at the end of the second stint.
Yeah.
Because I knew at the end of the race my tyres would be stronger. Of course, that didn't really look like it at the end, but the softs were really well managed, to be honest. And yeah, just about managed to fend Ross off in the end, and I knew he had the penalty as well compared to my 0. So I know it's just if it was the case that he overtook me, then I'll just need to keep on his back. And fortunately for me, that never happened. And yeah, after those last few corners, seeing him go off the track, and I just cruised through him.
Yeah, well, I think it was consistency was a lot of your success this evening. Managed to keep it sort of very, very similar lap times. So moving on, next week, Belgium, I think it is. Spa, how's that for you? Good one, bad one?
I've done 2 races around there in F3, and at the end I've been them both.
Excellent.
Although last season
good.
I was quite inconsistent in the Alpha last season. Got up to a good start of the season so far in this Haas and the higher division, even though there's a lot of familiar faces. But I'm happy how the start of the season has gone so far for me. I hope I can keep that momentum going in the future races.
Nice. Well, keep that consistency, and I think you will be able to. Okay, so well done on your win.
Cheers. And fastest lap as well. I should have just remembered that.
and fastest lap, and best of luck next week.
And that's a nice cat someone has.
Yeah, it's a lovely cat.
Right.
So hang on to you, Ron.
Alright, moving on to Russell. Great race, mate. Yeah, you seem to be the faster driver at the beginning of the race, but then Jamie just got that a little faster than you at the end of the race. Yeah, tell me, how did you feel about the race?
I wasn't very confident going into it, to be honest, because I've never really done the track. But yeah, he was just fast. I was catching him on the first stint, but then obviously he pitted, and then after that first pit stop, you just couldn't catch him. He was just going.
Yeah, he seemed to have good consistency. Saw a couple of mistakes after a couple of laps, so I think that might be the main reason to finish second.
I just couldn't really keep on track, to be honest. I was struggling with the brakes a lot and just keeping the tyres cool, but yeah, it was still a great race.
Yeah, it's very difficult to keep those temperatures down. Yeah, looking forward to the next week. What to expect from your race in Spa?
Probably to be in the wall, like third lapping.
Well, that's not good.
But hopefully not. Hopefully we can just keep it consistent and get some points.
Yeah, well, now with Switchback not finishing today, will expand your gap a little, I guess. So yeah, keep the consistency and keep the pace, and I think you might get far this season.
Thank you, man.
Right then, moving on to third place, unsafe release. Yeah, are you happy with that? Third place?
Yeah, I have to say I never expected any podium position in the end. Yeah, first of all, my pole position was also very unexpected. I did just like 10 or 15 laps in before the race. I've never done practice before. So yeah, quite surprised with this result in the end.
Yeah. So, how did you find the tyres? Because I'm hearing that tyre temps were a bit of an issue in this track.
Actually, you always struggle if you're using the pad on the game with tyre temps. So yeah, especially here on Abu Dhabi, it's quite tricky. So yeah, but in the end, it was quite easy, manageable with the softs. There are 7 or 8 laps to go. Less fuel on board, so yeah, I had some pace then. But yeah, against Jamie, against Ross, I couldn't do anything there. They are too quick for me.
Yeah, they were pretty quick. So qualifying was a bit interesting. Rain in the desert. Was that fun driving around, or was that a bit scary?
I actually never experienced rain in Abu Dhabi since it's on the game. So yeah, why not? I didn't do a run on the wets. So maybe I was in a lucky spot there in the end to get the pole. I'm not sure. I had much time left on the clock, so bit traffic in front of me, but they all got out of way very nice. So it was also very tight there with Switchback in the end, but yeah, first pole here in FTRL, quite surprised with that.
Yeah, you're picking up the 2 bonus points for that. So moving on to next week, Spa. What are your thoughts?
Don't bin it in Eau Rouge, and then everything will be fine.
It's a good idea. Very good idea. So is that a good track for you, or not so much?
Yeah, I love driving Spa, so yeah, who doesn't? But Eau Rouge somehow, I don't feel that confident anymore in this game or in last game also. Somehow you manage to go full flat out, and now if you do so, you will end up in the wall. So I don't hope it will end like this.
Well, I hope for your sake it doesn't.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
rest of this championship, are you aiming for promotion? Is that something you're thinking of getting?
I'm not sure about that yet because I have to see the pace of the guys and compare it to mine. I wasn't expecting some promotion in the end anyway, so yeah, just going through the season and grab some points, get some podiums, and I will be satisfied with that.
Fair enough. Well, anyway, good job and a great drive for third place.
Cheers.
So that's going to bring the stream to an end, and unfortunately, FTRL for the end of the week. So join us next week for Division 1, which will be around Spa.
Also, before you end the stream, a quick shout out to Junkie Sport. Led a couple of laps in that race. Good job.
He did indeed, and he took some tyres stupidly far. But there we go. So yeah, see you later, and hopefully everyone tunes in for next week.